Hey, howdy everybody, how's it going? How we doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm checking out Kardashev's 2017 release, The Almanac. This is an album request from Pig Vomit, once again, and I'm excited to get into this. I have to kind of preface this by saying that I have heard Liminal Right. I heard it when it dropped, and I forgot about it, and then I went back and listened to it a few weeks ago, and it's okay. Didn't love it. I think it gets a little bit boring. It's okay. And some people are salty about that, especially Pig, because it's one of his favorite albums of all time. And let me just say, that's fine. You know, people have different musical opinions, whatever. Doesn't change my mind about things, but I'm excited to check this out. I've heard it's a little different than Liminal Right. And I liked the one single that I heard from the new album, Reunion. I liked that. That was a pretty good song. I haven't gone back to it. Maybe I have like once or twice, I think. But I am going to save that for the album. I thought it was okay. Reminded me of Liminal Right. The second time I listened to it, I can't remember if I listened to it one or two more times, but the second time I listened to it, I was like, okay, this is kind of more middle of the road. But I'm excited to hear this. Now, I know that Mark is the vocalist, not Pig Vomit Mark, because Pig Vomit's name is also Mark, but, you know, Mark from Kardashev Academy is the vocalist for Kardashev, obviously, and he's seen my video on Reunion. So I don't want to be, I don't like bashing people's music that I know watch my videos. But also, I gotta be honest. So, you know, Liminal Right isn't exactly my thing. I remember it being better than it was on a repeat listen. But, you know, I've heard this is different, and I'm going into this with an open mind, and I don't think Liminal Right is bad by any means. It's really good at what it does. I just don't really vibe with what it does exactly a ton. So let's get into this. This one's a little bit shorter. This is a 31-minute album. It's kind of on the shorter side, a little over a half hour. So let's get into this. I may or may not be losing my voice. Can't tell. I don't know if I'm just losing my voice or if I don't know if I just have a sore throat or if I'm losing my voice. Don't know. You may have noticed that I have updated some of my background stuff. I now have Adrienne Lenker's album Songs, which is amazing. One of the best. If you're looking for like a little cottagecore vibe, little soft guitar and vocal album, can't get better than that. If you want to feel like you're living in a little cottage in the countryside, Songs by Adrienne Lenker, go check it out. Also, she's in a band called Big Thief. They're a little bit more like indie rock kind of style. So if you like her vocals and stuff, go check that out. Another thing, I wasn't able to buy the vinyl for Fox and the Bird, but I bought this canvas print of Fox and the Bird. So peek. There. Now Pig can clip that and share it around and have a thing. All right. And then also recently on a stream, twitch.tv/CoreyClip, I don't stream as much as I want to because my content output is just like me filming a bunch of stuff after I get home from work at like 8, 9, 10 p.m. Like right now it's 10:15 at night. And I've gotten home from work, I've eaten dinner, I've kind of relaxed and chilled, and now I'm recording this. So I do not stream as much as I want to. Even on weekends, I'm pretty busy still. I like my work. I love teaching music. It's so much fun. But between like being a substitute teacher and then teaching private lessons in the evenings and like all that, like I'm busy. But I somehow make time for this. So anyway, I found time to stream me making the Lego Shire set. So we've got here, it came with a bonus Smeagol and Deagle set. It's a little hard to see. I'm going to make like I talked about this in my Writhe video. If you saw my video on the new Writhe single, if you're watching this, as soon as I upload this, it'll be before the Writhe single comes out. But I talked about this in the other video, so you can skip this if you know. Smeagol and Deagle, I'm going to do a little time-lapse video kind of thing going over my build on that. But I'm going to try to finish the build on stream at some point soon. Then we've got there's a little party tent here with Merry and Pippin and the firework that they shoot off. I think that's Rosie Cotton, if I'm not mistaken. We got Mr. and Mrs. Proud Feet somewhere. Proud Footsies, the Proud Feetsies, and then we've got this is the Happy Birthday Bilbo Baggins banner, and then there's some barrels, so you can put Bilbo on there, and then it spins around and he like disappears when he puts the ring on, and then there's the dragon firework over above that looks just like a red line. You can't tell. But that's gonna go there, and then I'm eventually gonna put the Shire or like bag end here when I finish building bag end. I've also got a little spider plant here that my mentor teacher from student teaching gave to me. I work at the school that a student taught at, so that's been a lot of fun. But I got that spider plant there, and it's just gonna chill. I'm gonna find a good spot for it. Maybe I'll stick it here, because I have nothing there right now besides a little blue duck that was also given to me by a student. The only problem that happened recently is my boy Phibius III fell over and knocked off the little glass cottage thing that I had painted, the little ceramic cottage that I painted. He knocked him off, and my poor little cottage dude, he fell, and cottage just shattered into a bajillion pieces, and I had to pick it all up and vacuum, and it was very unfortunate. It was quite sad. So my cottage is gone, is dead. I still have the gnome and the dragon. The gnome and the dragon are elsewhere. I put them like over there because I don't have room for them on the shelf. I'm going to try to rearrange some things on the shelf. Maybe put them here where they're a little bit more visible, and move these DVDs and Blu-rays. Well, they're all Blu-rays. I don't think I have any DVDs. Move those all down. We'll see. I don't know. But, you don't care. Let's get into this album, though. This is Kardashev, the Almanac, starting with Prologue. Now, this is like part 1, I think, of their new album, which is coming out later, and continuing the story that I believe starts with the Almanac. So let's go. Since I know this is connected to Alunea or whatever that new album is going to be called, is this the language that they discussed? Is this that other language that they mentioned? I'm pretty sure the language is called Alunea, if I remember correctly. I hope I got that name right. I'm gonna check real quick. Give me a second. Yes, I remember. And we got some lyrics. This is beautiful. I love the quiet vocals in the background. Ooh. Dun, dun, dun. I love this, dude. Oh my goodness. Dude, I love this. Oh, this is actually incredible. Oh, the triplet little... Oh. That cymbal. Not bad. One track in. I like it more than Liminal Right. It started off really, really good. I loved that drumming at the beginning. The vocal melodies are always great. Like Mark's vocals are not the thing that makes me dislike Liminal Right. Not that I don't dislike it. I just think it's kind of just okay. Mark's vocals are definitely the highlight standout in this band. It incredible. The only thing that makes me not like it as much, and it got a little bit like that towards the end, is that just kind of like it gets into this like black gaze sort of thing, and it doesn't really like, it just kind of goes, and that doesn't really interest me. It starts repeating, and it gets a little boring. But the first like couple minutes of that were really, really good. I like that. Oh. This is a nice melody. Ooh. I like this. Yo. This melody's really good too. again, it's got a lot of it, kind of like Liminal Right. It's got a lot of parts that I really like, and they're going to chain together by parts that I'm just not that engaged in. Like that melody part was really good when it was like. I wish it would have been elaborated on or something, or like added an extension onto it or something. But yeah, like I don't hate this. Oh, fun. The clean sections are the parts that I like the most. I love this part. This is some great atmosphere. I'm a fan of this. Now, I don't know about 3.5 minutes of this, but it's decent atmosphere. Okay, punch me in the face with that, why don't you? Bass. It is Almanac. It must be. This is my favorite section of the entire album so far. Right into the epilogue. Cool. I like these transitions. The few that there were. They're pretty cool. Okay. Short and sweet. All right, there you go. Well, that's Kardashev the Almanac. Good parts out of the way first. Mark's vocals are incredible, as usual. Especially the clean sections. I really loved those. And I really loved the more atmospheric parts, like the epilogue, the prologue, and I think it was beneath Dirt and Stone. Those are fun. Some of them went on a little bit too long. Could have gone with like prologue was a minute 30. That's perfect. Make Beneath Dirt and Stone and the ending a minute 30 also would be perfect. For a 30-minute album, it kind of dragged, which is weird because it's a half hour. Yeah, I think my least favorite part is the drumming. I think the drumming is what makes it boring to me, because the drumming is just like the same, and it doesn't give the songs enough of an identity. Like the whole album felt like just the same thing all the way through, with the exception of one interlude track. And it was just kind of like the same. And I couldn't tell you any of the differences between any of these songs, other than like all the Beneath songs are the same to me, except Beneath Dirt and Stone, at least on a first listen, possibly an only listen, who knows. But at least on a first listen, they're all the same. They're all the same. All the B songs, Between, Beside, Behind, Beneath, Beyond, whatever, with the exception of Beneath Dirt and Stone, they're all just kind of like doing the same thing. And it's just kind of like, It doesn't sound bad. It's not like I put it on and I listen to it and I'm like begging to turn it off and having a horrible time listening to it, like with some albums that I've heard on this channel. But I don't really like, I wouldn't want to go back and listen to this again. I don't know. I'm kind of in between not bad and not for me with my ranking on this, but I'm gonna give it not bad. It's not bad. I was just bored. It's building atmosphere, but the atmosphere is just boring. Sorry. All right, cool. Those are my thoughts. Thanks to Pig Vomit for requesting this album. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this album. Tell me how wrong I am. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.